High school football week number 5 as we catch the Millbrook Pioneers in a bye week. Last week, the Pioneers falling to the Skyline Hawks. Now joining me, the head coach of the Millbrook Pioneers, Josh Haymore. Coach, as always, really appreciate your time, sir. And I know the result on Friday night, not one you and the team would have liked to see on the scoreboard. But can you just talk to us about what you saw out there, maybe some positives you were able to take away from that matchup despite not getting the win in the win column?
I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There was no positives whatsoever. Our kids, we needed to play better. We didn't play with any kind of enthusiasm. We didn't play with any kind of emotion. We weren't physical whatsoever. It was actually embarrassing because there was one guy that actually said to me, this is the least physical football team that I've seen Millbrook had in years. And I believe that we fixed that. Like I told the kids that. I'm always brutally honest with them. I'm always upfront with them and how they do it. And because, they deserve the truth, that we need to get better. And I truly think that this week, holding them accountable in different ways, having meetings with seniors and finding ways to do things the right way and things like that. I feel like this week has been really, really good to get us back and on track to be Millbrook football.
And I've spoke about this before. I will ask you again, some adversity in the game. How do you think your players handled the adversity in many different aspects in the game, despite the loss as well?
I think we didn't handle it very good at all. Just same kind of answer as what it was. The last question is, that we didn't play well at all. We didn't block well. We didn't tackle well. We didn't, get off the ball. We still had penalties. We didn't have as many. We only had 5 as opposed to 15. So we helped with that aspect. But, we're really, we're working hard to be able to make sure that we're disciplined and very accountable inside of practice this week. So adversity, they faced a lot of adversity throughout the year already this year. This is probably the most, I guess it's hard to say. Let's see, this team has faced more adversity than any other team that I've ever had. Behind the scenes, it's not necessarily in the games or in practices or something like that, but like just behind the scenes, like I feel like these kids have really rallied behind each other. Seeing them this week, like, these kids have practiced hard. They've done good things, but they also care. Like every kid that's out on the field really, truly cares about what they're trying to put on film for the next 6 weeks after this.
So it is a bye week for the Millbrook Pioneers, and you mentioned practice has been going good, but what have you been trying to sort of instill, if you can further elaborate, if you can, on your players, your coaching staff, to try to come out and get a win on the column after the bye week?
Accountability, holding yourself accountable, holding your teammates accountable. We have some good advantages on some of the technology that we have on the sidelines on game day. And I think that, the kids that watch the film and watch the things and use that technology are able to look at each other and say, hey, man, you're not doing your job. You need to get it done. Same thing with the coaches. I've really set in the past 2 weeks a standard for our coaches that we need to get better, that we need to be better as coaches, that we need to be better as people, like as role models and things like that, to show these kids how to be accountable, how to hold each other accountable. And I think that's really this week has been about, is our coaches really stepping up, including myself, and making sure that every kid is held to that standard that said, if we didn't do it right in practice, we'll get it right in the game. No, like, we're going to do it right in practice, and we're going to do it over and over again until we know that this is the right way, the right way a play might be blocked, or the right way a defense may be ran, or something like that. So we really have worked on the accountability of making sure that we're doing the right things and being physical, and we're being mentally tough and things like that.
Once again, the Millbrook Pioneers, as they fell to Skyline last week on a bye week this week. always gracious for his time, the head coach of the Millbrook Pioneers, Josh Haymore. Coach, really appreciate it. Again, looking forward to catching you next week, and enjoy the bye week.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.